Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome back to another FIFA 19 video, and today we're talking about something very exciting and something that I think has been massively overlooked over the last few days since some gameplay came out. So we've had a lot of images of the menus, and this image right here, the house rules image, is something that not many people have been talking about, and I think it's absolutely huge. Now, some of you watching this video, probably a lot of you, won't know why this is exciting, and that is purely because you have to go all the way back to FIFA 10 and FIFA 11 when they had a game mode called Lounge Mode. That might ring a bell for some of you guys, but like I said, it was such a long time ago. A lot of people that watch FIFA YouTuber videos these days may have started around FIFA 13, FIFA 14 when it really got popular. And before then, it's very difficult to remember much. I'm not going to lie, I had to remind myself, and you'll see later on in this video, exactly what Lounge Mode was all about. But first, let's talk about what I think it could be when it comes to house rules in FIFA 19. So, if we read what the image says here, it says, choose from a variety of different ways to play with house rules match types. From long range to headers and volleys, each match type will have unique rules. Read the individual match type descriptions for more information on the rules. This is exactly what Lounge Mode was all about. What you would do is you would play against your friends with certain rules, certain circumstances that aren't very typical with a FIFA match. So, for example, you might start the game 3-0 down. You might start the game with your ratings being slashed in half. So a player that would have been 80 rated is 40 rated. And you can choose these circumstances, or I kind of want to call them perks. It's like if I show you the gameplay now. So right now I'm on FIFA 11. I've had to record this with my webcam because my Elgato is the latest one and it doesn't support PS3. So apologies for the quality. This is Lounge Mode. Straight away it took me into the menus where you can see some badges down the right side. Here I'm going to use Arsenal against Tottenham. You can see the team we had back then was interesting, to say the least. And now, as I go ahead and advance into the game here, Team Drain. All of the opponent's players lose 50% of their attributes. Invincible, your team cannot be injured. Or, I can't remember what it was there. Goal boost, start the game with one extra goal. What was the Invincible, Matt? Go down again. Did I do it? Yes, you cannot be injured or booked. So I've gone ahead and added these three into this match. So they're like my perks. And the other team, or the other person that's playing with you, can also add their own perks. So let's go ahead and load up this match against Tottenham, and we'll go through the settings here to see if they've actually been applied. Now, straight away, you'll notice, zero minutes into the game, there hasn't been a kick of the ball yet, and I'm 3-1 down. So one of his perks, or one of the rules, was he would start with 3 goals. I used my 1 goal boost. Clearly, you can level these up. You can make them better and stronger. I noticed he hadn't changed the rating of my team, though. All of my players were the same rating, whereas I used my perk, that's what I'm going to keep calling them, to make his team half as good. It's so cool. Here you can see who the goal scorers were. Sanya, King, and Corluka scored 2 as well for Tottenham in the 0th minute. 0th minute? Is there even a word for that? So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch team. And I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this very well. It's the first time I've actually used it, and it's very exciting for me because if this is coming to FIFA 19, we're in store for a lot of fun, especially if it's online mode as well. So I'm now Tottenham, and look at this. I go into the squad, and every single player has their rating cut by half. Gareth Bale, 40 rated, and let's have a look at his stats. Cut in half. That has to be one of the most overpowered perks you could use in this Lounge Mode, or what it's going to be called now, House Rules. So I don't know if we're going to get the exact same system in FIFA 19, but it does make me feel like this is making a return, and EA have done this in the past. They've removed features. Everyone's complained about them being removed. I remember a lot of people were fussing when FIFA 12 came out and there was no Lounge Mode. It wasn't me that was complaining because I didn't really use it, but I'm guessing a lot of friends that went over to each other's houses and played this a lot would have been very disappointed. But then all of a sudden, they bring the feature back and everyone's like, oh my god, new feature. So they will present this House Rules, you know, especially because it's got a new name, as a new feature, I'm sure. But really, we're just getting Lounge mode back. But it could be bigger and better, and it should be bigger and better. And you can see there, I lost that first game 3-1 because I just quit. So player 2 got 815 points, and I would have only got 270. So the big thing for me with this house rules game mode is if it's online. If this is an online mode, if we can actually go ahead and play this with friends online, YouTubers versus YouTubers, or YouTubers versus their viewers, whatever it may be, to start games with perks, make it harder for the opposition, or just battle it out and outsmart your opponent, it's going to be very, very interesting. So I had a couple of ideas myself that I wanted to run through, and little perks. I don't know what they're going to be called, but you know, the little boxes that I ticked before that match to decide what rules I was playing with. I just want to call them perks because that's pretty much what they are. These are the ones that I've come up with just before starting this video. So you could make it so it's weak foot shots only. So if you're about to have a shot, no matter where you are on the pitch, it's always going to go with the weaker foot of that player. You could do through balls only. So instead of passing with X, you only get to use triangle. Little things like that to make the game really tough. And remember, this is what your opponent will have to deal with, not yourself. They will be giving you their own rules. Oh, it's too exciting, man. Another one I had was no sprinting. Your sprint button is disabled. That probably would never happen. And actually, now I think about it, that would suck because he wouldn't be able to get past you if he couldn't sprint, but you could. It'd be quite physically impossible to win that game. Somewhat, anyway. There could be another one where every single foul committed ends in a red card. So if he fouls you, that player is getting sent off, guaranteed. That would certainly make your opponent stop tackling you. Just think of all the things you could do, guys. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what rules you would like to see added. And what else could they do with this feature? House rules. I mean, it's such a generic name. There could be so many things. They could introduce pro clubs into it. So you're playing one character only with a load of... one player only with all of your mates. They could even do some sort of house rules with Ultimate Team. Maybe you can import your Ultimate Team and use that against your friend's Ultimate Team. The possibilities are endless. There is so much you can do with this house rules mode, and I just don't know why people aren't talking about it, which is exactly why I wanted to make this video, because it's exciting. They're not just changing menus, potentially. They're not just adding new teeny little features here and there. We're getting a whole new game mode by the looks of it. And it's not just a game mode that will get boring after a few weeks. The journey, for example. I get it. The journey is a great thing for a game like FIFA to have. It's almost like a story mode. It gives people that don't want to play online and be competitive a chance to play something completely different. But the amount of time and effort that goes into it, and people just get bored of it after one playthrough. How many people have played the journey more than 2 or 3 times? I bet you it's a very low number. So all of that time and effort, whilst it's been somewhat, I guess, cool for the series to have, I'm very grateful that it's coming to an end and that we're potentially getting more game modes that have longevity. House rules is something that you could be playing all year round with your friends. If you're bored of Ultimate Team, if you're bored of career mode, if you're bored of pro clubs, you could invite your friend to play some house rules games. And you could just make it as crazy as you want. Hell, let's put Battle Royale into the game. If you shoot and it hits someone, that counts as a kill. That player is off. You could do some really stupid stuff as long as EA allows it. I'm hoping that they will have kind of community feedback, so you can import your own rules. Maybe you can have a massive selection in the game that are default rules, but then there's custom ones that you can make yourself. Games these days are so different to what FIFA's been over the last few years. There's a lot of things that last a long time. Yes, they have lots of microtransactions. It might be free to play like Fortnite, and you pay using skins. That's the way they monetize their game. With FIFA being an upfront price, and then of course FIFA points on top of it, they're going in a direction this year, I think, which isn't actually the norm. You're playing a game mode that's technically completely brand new to the series, if they do it right. There's probably not going to be any microtransactions in it to make it fun, and it will last all year round. That's the hope. Anyway, we don't know how detailed it's going to be. We don't even know if what I'm saying is true. It might be nothing. It might literally be lounge mode copied from FIFA 11, and I've got to say, after playing it for about 10-15 minutes, it seemed quite limited. There wasn't much customizability in it, but maybe if I put more time into it, I would see more of it. So we will soon find out. I'm sure we will get more information very soon. I'm working hard on finding leaks and images and footage of FIFA 19 every single day. Making this video has taken me at least half of today because I had to go and get a PS3. I then had to try and work out how to set it up so I could record it with my Elgato. I tried multiple cables. Turns out that my Elgato does not work with the PS3, so I would have had to wait for a new one to arrive. I decided to record it with my webcam. It's the most embarrassing moment of my YouTube career, but hopefully you don't mind because I've been able to show you something that's new to the game, a new feature, kind of. Yeah, it's a feature that's coming back, but maybe more fleshed out with a new shiny name. I'm really excited by it. It's something else to do. So thank you so much for watching. Again, apologies if I wasn't able to express it very well because I've not played it before. Hopefully there's some of you out there that really do know what lounge mode is all about, and maybe you can lecture me on Twitter or down in the comments about how good this could be or how bad it could be and how it might get boring. But thank you for watching. Make sure you stay subscribed to the channel for more FIFA 19 content. Make sure you drop a like on this one, and I will see you soon.